You know, I'm really liking these kinds of videos where other photographers or cinematographers show what's inside their camera bags, because it's always so interesting what kind of gear they use to produce the videos that we watch of them every single day, and how organized they are in their backpack and what they just take away in their bag. And therefore I just thought, hey, I have to do the same kind of video about my camera bag and show what's inside it.
That is just one thing on my mind.
To start things off, we're straight away going to go to the main compartment of this backpack, what is on the side of it. Inside here we have two Sony lens caps for my two Sony lenses. Up next we have a Flomo. What is a very interesting device, because you can screw your camera on and it will turn it in a very slow motion around itself, what gives you very unique opportunities for doing, for example, time lapses. Pretty handy thing. Then there are a remote receiver and transmitter, so I can put this receiver onto my camera, take this one to my hand, don't have to touch my camera at all, and can just take a photo or whatever. Pretty good for long exposures if you don't want to shake your camera and get a blurry image. Then there is my Tamron 70-300mm lens. The cool thing about this one is it can also shoot in macro by switching the motors, and that's pretty convenient because you can get some really tasty and bokeh shots. The thing is looking pretty heavy and big right now because there's a lens cap on here. And another thing, the lens itself is just like this big. This is an adapter to mount the old Sony A mount to the new Sony E mount, what is my current setup, and it's just a half mirror adapter that converts these two mounts so I can use my old Tamron lens.
I just wanna know what your truth is.
So, on to my favorite part of this backpack, my lovely mirrorless camera, Sony Alpha 6000.
I want you all to myself.
With my favorite lens on it, the 24-70 f4 Zeiss lens. The camera itself is mirrorless, it has an APS-C sensor, so no full frame. It has, I think, 24 megapixels on photo, makes 6000 times 4000 pixels. It shoots 1080p with 60 frames a second. I shoot most of my videos with this bad boy. It's tiny, it's small, it's fast, it's unbelievably good looking, it's black, and the quality is absolutely amazing. It's really cheap for the quality that this thing produces. You have a couple of customizable buttons, a flip out screen, what is pretty convenient if you're shooting underneath yourself. It has a automatic LCD viewfinder, what is pretty convenient because it can switch automatically for you. And this is my camera. And well, straight away to it, my most favorite lens is the 24-70mm f4 E mount optical steady shot inside Sony size lens. This thing produces a huge amount of bokeh for the maximum aperture of f4. It's pretty expensive, but the build quality is absolutely amazing. It's completely made out of metal. It produces absolutely gorgeous photos and videos. And yes, this is most of the time right onto my camera because I'm shooting most of the stuff with this setup.
That is just one thing on my mind.
Up next we have my brand new 10-18mm f4 Sony super wide angle lens. It has the same kind of metal finish, build quality, like the size lens, it's absolutely phenomenal. It produces also pretty crazy bokeh for a wide angle lens. It has also a macro modus, a hidden one, like it doesn't say that, but it can shoot pretty crazy macros. It also has optical steady shot inside, so image stabilization, what is pretty convenient. It also has the E-mount, so it fits right onto my Sony Alpha 6000. Looks pretty small, but has a lot inside and also produces really nice images.
Be reality. Will you roll with that? 'Cause I want you to.
Then, inside this little secret pocket, I have my two filters that I'm always keeping with me. I have a neutral density filter and a polarized filter. I'm using the polarized filter to kill some highlights in the sky when I'm shooting outside, so the sky isn't straight away burned out, or to kill some reflections, for example in a window. And my neutral density filter is just like a sunglass for my camera. It just darkens the image, and it's pretty good if it's really bright outside and you're limited by your video settings.
So give me something to believe.
So inside this side pocket I have some filter step-up rings. These things come in real handy because if the diameter of your filter isn't the same as with your lens, because not all my lenses have the same diameter in front, you can just screw these adapter rings in between them, so one side your lens and onto the other side your filter, and you're good to go.
You promised me.
Then I have a backup memory card. This is actually my first memory card I ever got with my camera together, 16 gig, nothing special. And then a connection wire that I have to keep with me for the remotes to connect them to my camera. Then there's a huge front pocket where I mostly keep maybe some papers when I'm traveling, or a screwdriver. There are also other pockets where I don't really have anything inside.
I want you.
Then there is this top compartment, what is also pretty convenient because in here I have a lens towel to clean my lenses, a couple of tissues because I have a runny nose, and it's pretty convenient to put a small bottle of water in here. I also pretty often keep my Joby Gorilla Pod folded together inside here, or just click it onto the side here, so I can just have my hands free and also keep this really handy thing with me. And if I'm on a really big shooting and I don't have any other way to transport my equipment, but I really want to take my flycam with me, if I fold that one completely together, it actually fits inside this front pocket, also on top with all the other equipment inside this backpack. So I can take a camera, 3 lenses, remote controls, a tripod, lens caps, filters, filter rings, SD cards, a flycam. I can just take everything with me within this small backpack.
Cause I want you to.
So this is all the gear that I have inside my camera bag that I take always with me, but by all means this is not all the gear I have, because there are still studio lights and a tripod or a slider, and these things don't fit inside a backpack, and this video is just about what's inside my camera bag. My latest addition to my camera gear backpack is this neat little GoPro Hero 5 Black Edition. It comes with a couple of accessories, and this little bad boy is from now on also going to stay inside my camera bag.